Hey everyone, by now you know about AI and how important AI is to print on demand, how many people are using it and making so many designs for it. And you may be thinking, how can I even compete with AI? Well, I've been using AI a lot and AI has some weaknesses. So I'm going to show you some ideas on things that AI can't do. These are some 5 tips that you can do on your own without AI that can help you stand out over all those AI designs and hopefully get you some sales. So these are some things that I've learned throughout the years, and I'm going to show you what these are. And if you can do these correctly and very well, I think you have a very good chance against AI. So let's get into it. Let's start with number 1. Now, the first thing I think you can do is to add more details to your designs. Now, AI isn't really good at adding these details. It struggles with this. It can do nice designs, but actually putting details inside of small things, it's really hard to do. You're gonna see some of these things. I'll show you examples actually of AI in the wild, there's AI apps. But here's some examples of details. I found these on Etsy, and look at this. Like, AI can't do this where it has multiple animals here with text of what they mean and all of that. Like, this would be not only very hard to prompt, but AI can't do this level of detail. At least right now it can't do that. Here's one with the stamps. Like, look at the intricate detail within each of these stamps. AI would struggle to do that. It can probably make stamps, but not each one of these stamps like that detailed. So this is one way you can stand out over AI. And look at this one. This is so cool. This is a whole bunch of different like icons and words and all put together, and then has a rainbow gradient and everything. Like, so many details on that one as well. And this is also something that would be super hard to prompt, super hard for AI to do right now, and it just can't. So let me show you examples of what AI can do. I'm going to go into the top AI apps right now, at least the ones I think are the top AI ones for t-shirt designs, and I'll show you, like, you won't see this kind of level of detail on there. So here we are on Ideogram, probably the one with the most detail. And actually this one has some detail. Like, there's some really intricate stuff in here. Another reason why AI is going to struggle with details is even if it can draw all this detail like this one, it would be really hard to knock out the background that you need to put it on t-shirts. So let's just get a t-shirts on this one. This is Ideogram. And you see, for the most part, like, it's very simple. Most of these are just very simple word, graphic, graphic, some stars to make it there, but you can see not very detailed like some of the examples that I showed. So, well, there are some exceptions, but again, this will be really hard to knock out the background, even if they can do details. Here's another one. This is Playground. Let's go to t-shirts. Let's see the kind of details. Like, the design is detailed and the flowers are detailed, but again, like, it's gonna struggle. See, this is kind of trying to do it right here, but you notice the artwork isn't as good. Now here, less objects, and it does really well, but as it starts adding more and more objects to it and more detail, it kind of struggles. Here is Mystic. They have some really cool stuff. Again, nice artwork and some details right here, but you know, it's going to be hard to kind of remove some of this stuff again. So great designs on AI apps, but one way to stand out from these designs is to add a lot more detail, which AI is going to struggle to do. So if you want to try and compete against AI and these kinds of awesome designs here, like these are really cool, one way to do it is to create your designs with more detail than AI could, that it struggles with. Another thing that you can do to stand out from AI is to make yours unique. Now, AI could do these things right here, but for the most part, AI apps have templates, and those are created by other people, and so they're kind of using their creativity or kind of using the ideas that are already out there. If you're very unique and can create some things that nobody else has seen, this is one way not only to stand out from AI, but to stand out from everyone else. So you can see this one. I haven't seen a design like this before. It's pretty unique, and when you're on the marketplaces like Etsy and Amazon and some of the other places, this kinds of things stand out because it's so different. Here's another idea where usually 8 balls have an 8 in here, but this is now they're replacing it with letters. Very unique. I haven't seen a design like this. Now, people may copy you after, but if you're first to market and you're the unique one and you're standing out, you'll get most of the sales there. So here's another one when everybody's doing vintage illustration and stuff. You know, simple one color. Here's more unique and more details. Again, very detailed, kind of like the first one, but also very unique too. So think of things that aren't out there, and I guess you could still use AI to write a prompt to be unique, but you don't need AI to be unique. You can create things on your own, draw it, or be creative and use some other things and be unique and stand out above AI and frankly above everybody else too. Now, the third thing that AI struggles with is great typography. Now, they're doing pretty well and they did a lot better. They're doing a lot better now than they did a year ago. There are some really cool type on some of the things, like ideogram does it really well, but not for the most part. AI does really simple text, and this is one way that you can stand out over AI. So take a look at this. I know definitely it can't do this right here. This is super complicated for an AI to do. Look at the text in this rainbow right here. It's spelling words and everything. So that's one way that you can stand out from AI. This is really tough to do for AI, for anybody really, but the AI can't do this right now. This is really tough. Now, handwritten text like this tomato right here in very small cursive with a paragraph, that's really hard for AI to do. That struggles to do that as well. And just handwritten fonts, just to make it look different than your basic sans serif and serif fonts. AI is hit and miss, has a hit and miss with this. Sometimes you'll see that it does really well, and other times it just like gives up and does straight up Helvetica, and so it doesn't stand out. So one way to stand out from AI and basically everyone again is to have great typography that makes your design stand out. So look for good fonts, handwrite your fonts, treat it as a work of art too. So you can see right here, this right here, just this tomato right here, this is kind of like a graphic. It's a really cool font and has a feeling of its own. And I think this is one way that you can separate yourself from AI art. A lot of people don't go to this detail when they're doing AI art. They just like have that make something, and it uses some basic fonts, and you can stand out from AI by creating designs with really cool typography. Now, the fourth way, in my opinion, to stand out is to do an interesting layout. Now, AI has been trained to know what good design looks like, and a lot of times it's just following the same kind of layouts, right? There's words on the top, graphic in the middle, words on the bottom, or big graphic on the top and words on the bottom. Those are some really basic layouts, and AI understands that. But one way to make things better than AI and different than AI and have your stuff stand out is to create interesting layouts. Look at this one right here. You have words here and then words in the middle and words kind of going up like this, and you know, this is really hard for someone to prompt something like this and do something like this. So this definitely stands out from AI. I would be really surprised if AI did this. I think someone had to actually put these here and make sure that the words fit correctly and all of that. So taking your time to making a layout different than your basic layouts is definitely a one way to stand out. Here's another idea where there's text, you know, arching above, another kind of font, again looking at the cool fonts down here, and then this font right here, really cool as well, but then the layout's kind of different, right? You have the graphic to the left, text to the right, and then more text on the top with that. And here's another way to stand out. Like AI can do this, but this is definitely an interesting layout. It's not the same kinds of things that you're seeing everywhere. And you can do this as well and stand out with your designs. And the fifth tip that I want to share with you is to create your own style. Now, this may take a little while to find your style, but as you create different designs and you find out what works and what's selling best for you, you can continue to do those same styles and create a whole brand for yourself. So here's one, you've probably seen this one, Stephen Rhodes. His designs aren't all the same, but they kind of have their own style with the frame around here, and they use vintage colors and vintage illustration. That's one style, that's his style. People go there for it. Now, AI could copy it, but people are going to his shop because they like his style. And so once they get to his shop, there's no AI competition on there. They already are looking and waiting for the new things from him because they like him and he built a brand and they love his styles. Same here with Illustrata. These are all off of TeePublic, by the way. And you can see they do kind of a more detailed style, again, using details, making things that AI couldn't do. This would be really hard to draw and all this. So this is their style, and if you look at their homepage, they have a specific style that they like, the hand-drawn style and very detailed, almost comic book style here. Really cool. And so they keep doing that, and people love what they come up with next because they know when they get here, when they find their new design, they're like already in love with it because they love their style and they love the brand. Now, speaking of style or design style, you may be thinking, I can't draw like this, but you can draw your own thing. So this is a simple style that somebody has on TeePublic, and if you go to their site, all of theirs are looking hand-drawn like this with different animals and different foods and different things like that. And when people come and see their brand, see their store, they love what they have next because they are accustomed to what is coming from them. They like, I love this style, I want to buy more of this, and I've bought it before and I want to see what else comes next. So having your own style, your own brand can really help you separate yourself from AI, because once people love you and your style and your brand, like, AI isn't a competition anymore. It's now you're just creating and thinking of designs to come up with the next thing to design that people want to buy. So there you go. Those are the 5 tips for you to stand out from AI and basically stand out from everybody else as well, because these things can help you make your designs stand out and give you that little extra push, because a lot of people that are using AI won't be able to do these kinds of things. So hopefully this video is really helpful for you. Try out all these 5 tips. Here they are again, just so you know, and you can do these and try them out. See if they work for you, and again, master these and eventually build your own brand and style as well. I think that can really, really help against AI and AI art. Now, if you want to see some of the top 5 styles that I've found on Etsy, and you can use these in conjunction with those, I'll put that video right here. These are the ones that have been selling so far in 2025, at least of what I found on Etsy so far. I'm sure that's going to change throughout the year as we get towards the end of this year. We may have some other styles, and I'll do another video for that. Thanks again for watching. Hopefully this video is really helpful, and keep creating and keep learning. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.